All right, guys, welcome here to DRAWDY RC. For the purpose of this video today, if you've been keeping up, sorry, I hit the camera. If you've been keeping up with the Ranger rebuild or repainting of the Ranger, a lot of the videos I've done so far have been shorts. So go back a couple in the shorts there, and you'll see where I painted some of the, I primered and painted some of the wings on it, and also primered the fuselage. For today, the purpose of today, we're going to be painting the fuselage. I'm using Krylon Fusion all-in-one gloss white. The fuselage has been primered. There's been spots on it that RD spackled up here in the front area of the fuselage and on the sides from the accident a couple of weeks ago. Also, we primered it and he wet sanded it, and we re-cleared it and wet sanded it again, or he did. RD done all the work to it as far as getting it prepped to paint, and now my job is to paint. So today I'm using the Krylon Fusion all-in-one gloss white. Very good. It works very well on these foam planes as long as you've got a sealant on it. The wings were done the same way. They were sanded, they were primered and wet sanded, and then I sprayed them, and they turned out phenomenal. So today we're going to be painting the fuselage of the Ranger, FMS Ranger 1800 millimeter. If you've seen the video, it took a spill a couple of weeks ago. So RD said, you know what, we're just going to totally redo the plane. We're just going to go a totally different direction with the plane as far as the looks of it. So he's got a design in his mind. What he wants to do is going to be a different color. You know, the Ranger comes white and green with different kinds of stripes on it. And RD's going to do a total different design on it with totally different colors. Of course, the base being white. So without further ado, I'll start running my mouth. We'll get ready to paint. I do have a mask. Anytime you're dealing with this type of paint, these aerosol can, please wear a mask. A lot of times I don't, depending on how much I'm painting, but today I'm gonna be spraying a pretty good bit on this fuselage, so I will be wearing my mask while I paint this plane. So without further ado, I'll quit running my mouth. We'll get to painting. Got my paint shaped up pretty good already, so you want to make sure your paint's shaped up, shooken up really good. Now on this back side with the tail, the rudder, and the elevator, I'm going to try to get in these cracks as good as I can. We'll let it sit for probably 10 or 15 minutes, and then we'll come back, flip it over, and try to get the top done. But we'll just see how the humidity is. It's a little cool here in South Georgia. It's probably in the 50s right now, maybe low 60s maybe. But I want to try to get it done before the sun goes down. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to put a light coat on it first, just to tack it up. Let's see that wind getting on me. Try to get in these holes real good. I'm just going to do a light coat on it to tack it up. You see, I'm just giving it a good little mist of paint on there.
But dusting.
A little dusting. Let it tack up. It's laying really good, so, but we don't want to. I don't want to pack it on there and let it start running. So we're just going to. That's a good solid coat, but I don't want to do too much. Looking good. Yeah, it's laying good. Laying pretty good.
It looks like a balsa flame.
I know, don't it?
With that oracle coating.
Yeah. It's gonna look good. Like I said, once we get it all done, and spray going back in my face. The reason why I got my mask on. A lot of this, I do a lot of painting like this. I do like to wear a mask. Sometimes I don't. If I'm doing like the wings the other day, I didn't. We didn't have any wind. So I didn't really necessarily need to wear a mask, but I do have a little bit of a wind coming in. So I want to make sure that this paint ain't getting in my face. Plus I don't want to smell Krylon paint for the next 3 days. All right, folks. I think I'm gonna let that one sit probably until tomorrow. I'm out of paint on that can anyway, so a full can on the bottom. Still got the top to do, but a lot of the top is probably about a half a can. We'll be done. But I think that's how we're gonna put on it for today. Plus the sun going down, it's starting to get a little cool, so we're gonna slap it in the garage, let it dry overnight, and then we'll pick it up tomorrow and finish painting her up. All right, y'all, day 2 of painting the FMS Ranger 1800 millimeter. Y'all seen, as I was explaining earlier in the video, yesterday I painted the underside. Today we're going to do the top side, and this should be the final coat. Again, I'm using the Krylon Fusion all-in-one gloss white. It does really well on foam. Obviously this plane has been sanded, primered, cleared, and then sanded again, so it holds this paint very well. So I do have my mask that I will be wearing. When I have big projects like this, I do wear a mask. If it's small projects, probably don't. But anyway, we're gonna get it painting. Hopefully we can get it done before it gets, it's getting pretty cool and get later in the day. So I wanna make sure we get it sprayed before then. So anyway, we got the top to do. Gonna get it done, and then should be good to go. So let's get to painting. Just like yesterday, I'm putting a light coat on, just to tack it up. And then I'll let that sit for, I don't know, a minute or two. We'll let that sit about a minute or two. Then we'll come back and put another coat on it. And we'll probably do like 3 coats, and then have a main coat right there at the end, either the 3rd or maybe even the 4th coat. But it'll do good. All right, so we took the plane inside. It's getting really cool. It was starting to run a little bit on the edges, but we took it inside. Artie's got it inside, getting it in some warm temperatures in the hangar. So it's doing good. It's looking good, but the weather is just a little, I mean, it's cool. It's late in the afternoon. It's just not a really good time to paint, but we got a decent coat on there. We'll probably sand it a little bit. Probably have to sand it down a little bit when it dries, and then put another little coat on it, and it'll be fine. But I'll show you all that as well. But for the most part, we got the main coat on there. It's white. We got a couple of small little runs in it. We can take care of that with no problem. But anyway, took it inside in the warm house, and maybe to flash over and set up pretty good. All right, guys, day 3 of getting the FMS Ranger painted, the base coat of white. The plane's gonna be white and blue. That's gonna be the other color, blue. We don't know exactly what the design is gonna be, but we have picked out a blue that we're gonna use. But Artie's gonna be doing his thing, getting it all striped up the way he wants it, and we'll spray it later on. But for the end of this video, we're gonna finish spray painting this thing white. We've got a couple little spots that run a little bit from the other night. It was just really cold. It was cloudy. It just wasn't setting right, so we took it inside, let it flash over, and it did pretty good. But there was a couple little spots on the side here, one spot on the on the back side, on the rudder, and there was a little bit on the nose that had run a little bit. And RD has taken and sanded those down and got them smooth. I'm gonna come back with my Krylon all-in-one Fusion gloss white we've been using and get it spray painted. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny. It's a little cool, but it is sunny, and this paint should flash over pretty good. Again, I do have my mask. I can be spraying a good little bit. Get it shaken up good, and we'll get to painting and finish the base of the Ranger. I'm gonna turn around this way. This is that's where it runs a little bit right here. So I'm gonna put a good bit of paint up in this area, nose, and I think there's a spot over here on this side and a little bit on the rudder. So we're gonna get it painted and get it done. Hopefully get it finished in white today. All right, let's get to it. It's gonna do the nose first. See, I didn't put a whole lot on it. I just put a little bit to make it tack up. And it actually covered pretty good already. It already had a good coat on there. So we're gonna let that tack up a little bit, and then we'll come back with one little final little squirt and get it ready. A good bit of little wind, a good bit of wind today, but that's okay to make it. The biggest part is we got plenty of sunshine to make it. It'll make the paint flash a lot better, a lot quicker. A tack coat. Let that sit a second. She should be good. Y'all, the Ranger was in pretty bad shape after that crash. If you haven't watched that video, go back and watch it. It was a pretty hard lick that it took on that light. Messed the wings up pretty good, and we got the wings already done. Y'all seen those shorts that I done on the wings. But she's turning out really good. I think she's gonna be really pretty with that blue we got picked out. It's almost like a fuchsia, aqua fuchsia color, I guess. I don't know. Seaside, I think it's what it's called, seaside. Real pretty blue. Should make a really good looking plane. All right, let's finish her up. Nice. That looks really good. I normally don't hold the can as close as I am today, y'all, but because of the wind, I'm having to go a little bit closer than I like. These are like about 8 to 10 inches, but it's covering really good. So that wind does really good. I think we're good. Cut on that back, the elevator. All right, y'all, I think we're done. I think the white is over with. It's bright, I know that. All right, guys, that's the way we've done it. That's what I've done with this plane. Painting it. I'm sorry we didn't do a whole lot of the prep side of it as far as getting it ready to paint, but I'll tell you, already put a coat of clear on it to seal the pockets of foam up. Then we come back and we put a light coat of primer on it, just regular Rust-Oleum primer, and then he wet sanded it. We primered it again. He sanded it again to get the little spots out of it, and then we painted it. It's been about a week and a half, maybe 2-week process, and it's taken us 3 days to paint it just to make sure we got everything squared away. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully y'all enjoy the video. As always, thank y'all for watching here at DRAWDY RC. Comment down below what you think. Hopefully it helps you guys out in fixing and painting some of your planes in the future. I don't know. We're experimenting still as well, so we're not perfect. We're not professionals at this. We're still learning just as well as everybody else is. So hopefully this helps out, and hopefully you guys get something out of it. So we're going to take her inside. We're going to let her flash off. She probably already flashed off, actually. We're going to take her inside, let her dry it real good, and get to designing the blue for it. So hey, we appreciate y'all. We'll catch y'all in the next video.